All right. I believe we can start the session right after 1 minute, or as Miss Afifa or Miss Mohsina would like me to start. I was thinking to start at 2:40, so we can give enough time for any members to join in.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, sir, sure. We can wait till 4 minutes, 2:40, and then we can start the session, inshallah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
قل هو الله أحد.
Say, He is Allah, who is one.
الله الصمد.
Allah, the eternal refuge.
لم يلد ولم يولد.
He neither begets nor is born.
ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Nor is there to him any equivalent.
All right. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everybody. My name is Syed Ghulam Murtaza. I'm working as Manager Operations in Stairs UMT Connected. I welcome you all and thanks everybody for taking their time out and joining this session. Now today's session, it's going to be recorded, and we will upload the link for these sessions on our YouTube channel for all the participants to view it later on, or even anybody who could not join the session, they can actually access it later on. Today's session, we are actually going to talk about OLLARC, and Miss Mohsina and Miss Afifa are going to share their OLLARC story with us. They're going to mainly talk about regarding advanced technology usage by the faculty of UMT. We have invited all the faculty members to the session. We are doing this from before Eid, actually, for one full week. We'll be continue doing such sessions this week and the next week, inshallah, as well. So I'd like to request you to kindly always forward links for these sessions to your other colleagues and students so they can also join and learn from your OLLARC stories. Today's speakers, Ms. Mohsina Nasim and Ms. Afifa Tanweer, I really like to thank you for your time and for sharing your valuable knowledge and information with all of us. Now, without taking any further time, I'd like to give you the floor, and Mike, over to you.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much, Mr. Syed Murtaza, for giving us this opportunity to speak for whatever technology the faculty can use for in this era of lockdowns and COVID-19. Actually, Team UMT Connected has worked tremendously hard for making it possible to teach online during this time in the past 1 year. UMT was already technologically advanced university as compared to the other universities around. But this online education has made it even more so, and it has helped us to practice new innovations and these things. So before we start the session, we would like to give a brief introduction of ourselves. We are working as lecturers at School of Health Sciences, and we are nutritionists by profession. Ms. Mohsina and I myself, we have completed our 18 years of education in the field of nutrition. Ms. Mohsina is from Kinnaird College, University Lahore, and I am from Home Economics College University, which is affiliated with Punjab University. And we have been working at UMT since before we were actually teaching online. So we can give you a comparison of different things which we have seen changed during this past 1 year and what our experience has been.
All right, I would like to add to the point of Ms. Afifa that we have actually experienced both ways of learning online and the on campus. So we are going to discuss, we are going to compare both of the learning methods and teaching methods, and by starting with the famous story of a thirsty crow. So Miss Afifa will start with it, and then I'll take over it.
Before I start, we would like to give you a briefing that we have decided to make this session a bit engaging for our audience, and we have decided to make it in the form of a skit or in the form of dialogue, so that our audience does not get bored out with the session. So we are starting with the story of a thirsty crow. You know that necessity is the mother of all the inventions, and this crow actually, we know the moral of the story was that this crow used his mind to make up a new thing to bring water upwards for drinking the water when it was thirsty. So same is the case with the online teaching. We have adopted different things during this past 1 year because there was no other way out for teaching the students.
So yeah, basically Thirsty Crow is an example of hard work and how a hard work will lead to an invention. Is the driving force behind an invention is a need. So I would like to present a same story with a little twist, and it is titled as A Modern Crow. So since we are living in an era of technological advancement, the moral of my modern growth story is to upgrade your skills, as it saves a lot of time. And as you can see that a modern thirsty crow can use a straw for drinking water from a tank rather than pebbles. So as
this is something like smart work rather than hard work. So we can delegate our things to technology and use our efforts and our resources and whatever energies we have towards those things which are which we can make it more efficient by using technology.
Yes. So the opening statement for our topic is that we have to smart enough when we are using technology, as the technology is advancing. So we need to keep on learning the new skills, which comes with the invention of new technological methods. So let's start our main topic. What do you say, Ms. Afifa?
Yes, Ms. Mohsina, please click on the scene 1. So, Ms. Mohsina, actually, I just remember that I have a class just now, and I need to go to Gmail for sending the links to all my students, the Zoom link, so that
you are
students can
basically
join.
I
Yes.
believe that with the online teaching, that's the first step. Being a faculty member,
Yes.
we need to schedule a Zoom meeting. And Ms. Afifa, can you share your screen?
I am sharing my screen.
All right. So so the first step for any kind, for scheduling our Zoom meeting or to start our online lecture, we need to send the invitation of Zoom to our students. So what are you doing?
I'm composing an email. What else should I do?
No, Ms. Afifa, you can do it through LMS also. And it's just a one easy step. All you need to do is to log into your LMS. Can you log in?
Okay, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay.
So
then
you. All right. So I'm seeing same
so,
course titles. I'm seeing
yes,
same
I do
course
not
titles.
remember which course I am teaching. I am teaching 3 sections of the same course, and actually I always have to click on all the 3 sections before going into the right section. I click on section A or this was the section A or this was the section A. Which one was the section A, Miss Mohsina?
So, Ms. Afifa, you have to you have to be smart enough to use the technology. You can see this course in the course overview. You can see that your courses are displayed in the card form, and if you change it, if from the drop down list, if you change it to the list, you will see courses.
So
with full title.
Okay, I can see the section name being displayed over here, so I do not have to worry which one section I had to go to. So, okay, you were telling me about how do I connect to the students? How do I
All
integrate?
right.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
if I'll guide you step by step, all you need to do is to log into your LMS, and then you have to navigate to your course and add an external link.
Yeah.
And then add a Zoom, integrate the Zoom meeting on your LMS. So one of
Yeah.
the biggest advantages is that you don't have to share the link on the regular basis with your students, and it's students can just join your Zoom meeting through one click by logging into their LMS accounts.
Yes, and if we record this meeting on the external link which we have allocated to the students, then you can see that the meeting ID is the same, and students can use the same meeting ID. They can save it for the whole period of their semester.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt, but it would have been better if you would make this integration in front of us, like how to
Okay, we
make
can
this
do that.
integration, like how to integrate all the
Okay.
courses in one card or in one list.
Okay. One thing is that we have to integrate the Zoom link into the course. And the other thing is that how do we display the course titles which are displayed over here like this? The first thing is that how do we display by default LMS shows you in the card format. The course names are shown like this. You can see all your courses like this, and I cannot see the section name of over here. So if we go to the dashboard and click on card, we can see a drop down list, and we can click on list. Yes, and then you can see all your courses displayed in the full title format. You can see the section A, B, and C separately over here. So, and then for regarding the second question, yes, miss.
Yes, she is basically asking for the demonstration about how to integrate.
But what I am asking actually is the ease, like ease of sending a link, like daily. If I'm sending the link for my different course, it's difficult for me to send it daily. All right.
Yes, miss.
So how to get this ease, like this comfort?
Miss. Okay, miss, you just have to log in to your LMS and your course. You have to access your course, and over here, after you click on turn editing on, this is by default off. When you click on turn editing on, this allows us to edit all the things. Here you can see add an activity or resource. When you click over here, you see several options. From here, you have to select external tool. Okay, external tool. We can name this external tool as Zoom links for like anything.
So whatever you're going to type in this, field is going to be displayed on your main course page. So it's just
so Zoom link for all the courses. You can say Zoom links for English literature courses, right?
Yes. This Zoom link is specific for my nutrition education course section A.
All right.
This will be visible to all the participants who are enrolled in this specific section. Okay, and then you have to select from here Zoom video conferencing. Our OTE and Steers team has helped us in integrating this. This is by default over here. We have to just click and then select the fourth option, which is Zoom video conferencing. And then we have to save and return to the course.
Yeah, we do it in the same way daily, like we schedule a meeting or we have scheduled for the whole week.
We can do. I have scheduled this for the whole semester, and I do not have to reschedule it over and over again.
All right, Ms. Saima, for that you can schedule you can have recurrences of your meeting, schedule your meeting in a way.
I do it. I know that. Yeah.
So, and we can record the meeting for a very long time, I have scheduled my meeting for till August, till my session ends. So we can do that for a very long time as well. So now Ms. Mohsina, thank you so much, Ms. Saima. I hope some of the people who did not know about this external tool edition, they have cleared their query.
No, I knew this thing, but I am only asking about the integration, that how to put all the courses in one, one slot or one, like the way you were saying that every time you're not supposed to, search for the courses. You can get in one, you can say window or one slot.
Okay.
I can, like, this is the way we also have these courses in the same way, like we can see them, and we have got courses with the different names. Though you have got a course, only one name, we've got with different names, and we click it and we open and we schedule a meeting. But if you have to do it for like permanently, like a little bit I want from that side.
Permanently, for the whole semester,
we have a confusion that you're actually asking for access to a course, or you're asking for the scheduling of the Zoom meeting on your course.
No, the way you were saying that we can integrate it, we can put
yes,
it
we
in
can.
one,
We were saying that we
that
can
is the thing I must.
Yes,
integrate Zoom.
Yes, we
Not
were saying
integrate
that.
Zoom, integrate the courses, like putting courses in one slot, or I might have misunderstood or what.
Yes, we were actually talking about the integration of Zoom link on the course.
Daily we are doing it. Yeah.
Yes. If you're asking Ms. Saima that you on display of your LMS, there are so many courses that you are unable to access the right one, then for that, I have hidden all the extra courses from my site. Over here, only four courses are available, and I have starred this course, the 3 courses which I am teaching in Spring 21. That's why only those 3 appear in my list over here when I click start.
Start, all right. Because I can see all the courses. Whenever I have to, check for my course, I see all the courses and I have to look for them.
Yes, you can click on over here. Yes, you can start them by clicking these 3 dots. I have to unstart this because it is already started. But if I click on this now, then I can start these 3 courses which I have to access over and over again. And then when I filter it by start, then I will be able to see only those courses which I have started.
All right, I would like to share my personal tip for that. I have created bookmarks of each section. So on my Google Chrome, I can see the bookmarks in my bookmarks.
Mohsina, if you can show us by doing that.
All right.
Or else if I create a bookmark over here.
Can you please do it, because I'm running the slideshow.
Okay, I have opened one of the courses, and here you can see that its link is over here, and I can just bookmark it on my bookmark bar.
Google Chrome, yes.
Yes, and then whenever I open Google Chrome in a new.
So in the settings, you can the 3 dots of the Google Chrome. Ms. Afifa, I'll guide you.
I was opening a new window.
All right.
So whenever we open a new window of Google Chrome, you will see this course over here, and just by clicking it and logging it, you will be able to access that course. This is very easy way, Ms. Mohsina. Thank you so much.
So bookmark, we can make a bookmark on Google Chrome as well. Yes.
Yes.
It's good. It's a good thing.
Yes, it's good. You don't have to log in every time you're going to access, and all of the courses which you're teaching in this semester will be displayed on your Chrome. You just have to click on the bookmarks.
But I think so we have to log in every time when we have to.
Yes.
Enter
but
LMS.
I meant to say that if you're working in 3 different courses on LMS, so at the same time, you can work on 3 different courses. You won't have to log in every single time and navigate through each course individually.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ms. Saima.
You're welcome.
So this was all about the Zoom meeting links that we have generated over here for all the recurring meetings. I do not have to go again and again to Zoom and send links to the students, which we were doing in spring 20, I guess. And we just have to integrate Zoom over here. And one more thing that is very interesting is that students are able to see our recordings directly over here as well. When they click on cloud recordings, which we have access to, and if we have allowed them to access the recordings more than eight days period, if we have disabled the removal of recording from the cloud, then the students can see the recording link from this Zoom integration as well, if we are not uploading them separately.
All right, thank you, Ms. Afifa. Can we move on to the next scene, which is about the upgradation of LMS? As we all know that LMS, with the invention of the technology, and LMS has been upgraded from old to the new, and now we are using the OLLARC template in our LMS. So on the screens, you can just have a view of how simple the old LMS was.
Yes,
and how
so black and white.
So yes, very dull and boring also. So one of the main concern for me, being a faculty member and resource person, was that the transfer of data or resource material which I had in the old LMS. So I was really concerned and upset about it. So Ms. Afifa, could you please guide me that how could I get a course content backup from old to the new LMS?
Ms. Mohsina, that is very easy. We have our UMT connected team available. You just have to message them on our WhatsApp group, and then they will be helping us in getting all the course contents backed up, which we were having in the previous format, and they will be uploading all the contents or importing all the contents of your course into the new LMS which they have just made now. And by that way, you will be able to see all the course contents which you have developed previously, or you can text them, or you can have them emailed, as well as Sir Murtaza has just messaged.
No doubt they are very efficient. No doubt.
Yes.
There's no doubt that they are very efficient.
Yes.
Very helpful.
Yes, I would like to share my personal experience that I was actually worried about it, since I have put a lot of hard work in developing an OLLARC in the old LMS, and I wanted it to be transferred in the new LMS. So within just one text on the WhatsApp, they provided me a live Zoom session, and guided me over the Zoom session. Plus, they designated this job to their team members, especially Miss Aisha. Helped me in restoring a backup in the new LMS. So yes, we would like to appreciate their hard work they're putting in for making this more easier for the faculty members.
Okay, Ms. Mohsina, how do you manage this thing that in the old LMS, you must have developed all the sessions and uploaded all the course contents on that LMS. But now if we are teaching week number 5 and you have to show the students only the 10 lectures which you have covered, then how do you hide all the other material from that? Can we move towards your OLLARC template, how you are working on that?
Yes, with this, we are now moving on to the third scene, which is about the adoption of OLLARC template on the LMS. And I would like to share my OLLARC, which I have developed on the LMS. So you can see, Ms. Afifa, that it's more colorful and presentable, and the visuals are more appealing as compared
to we can this thing, this gene thing and the plate thing, this you have uploaded by yourself? You are so tech pro.
Yes. Basically, I wanted my welcome note to be related with the course, with the title of the course, and the course I'm teaching is about the effect of diet on the genes. So you can see the gene on the plate. So this was just a little effort I put in to make my course more interesting and
Interactive.
engaging. Yeah. So that is a welcome note. We start with a welcome note, and then we have a little introduction about the instructor. I have written few words about myself. Then I have added this label where the students can get to know each other. So I believe that with the
Yes.
online learning, yes,
Yes,
Ms.
sorry to
Nana?
interrupt. One thing I want to ask, get to know
Yes,
each other. Like before this COVID, in the class, we used to have icebreaker activity, and students, they
Yes.
used to mingle with each other, and they used to talk with each other, interview each other, and,
Yes.
talking about each other. But how to, conduct this thing on LMS? Yes, the newcomers in the class or get to know
all
each
right.
other.
Being a faculty member, I gave an overview of my own LMS to the student, because this template is also new for the students, and it's our responsibility to guide them to use them. Get to know each other is a very good platform for exchanging an intellectual perception and an intellectual vision of each other with each other.
Mohsina,
So
can you explain the discussion forum activity?
yes, so we have this label, and here we have put in the link for the get to know each other. When the students click on this, I have written few guidelines how to attempt or how to participate on a discussion forum. Then I have added a question. Let's say
All
it's
right.
at the top of the LMS, so I have added a question about introduce yourself. So yes, it's a good icebreaker for the students to interact with each other and to have a communication and to fill that
Yes.
communication gap which we have with the online learning.
Yes, actually, and I think online learning is also helping the students to develop their written skills more, because they are
Can you please share the previous slide once again, like the discussion forum, get to
discussion
know
for.
each other. When you opened
Yeah.
it, yes.
Yes.
All right.
If we ask a question to them, whatever we asked in the first class, in the introductory class, we can do that through this discussion forum. And like Miss Mohsina has asked, what do you expect from this course, or what do you actually understand from the title of this course? We can have such activities now and then, and even if we are not doing this introductory discussion forum, we can also add this discussion forum in our sessions as well, to get the students feedback if they're understanding the course rightly or not. That can be graded as well.
Yes.
We can
Yes,
ask the students to that it is compulsory for the students to reply back to at least one or two students of their peers, the peer review, which is called. So they can also they can also engage with themselves, and they can and we can give the instructions as Ms. Mohsina has given, that the arguments are not allowed or so, and then we can check the what
the
type of
basic
discussion the students are doing.
motive behind adding a discussion forum question is just to engage the students to share their intellectual opinion and perception, because
Yeah, about the course
LMS
and,
is yes, exactly, since
regarding
LMS
the
is
objectives.
yeah, exactly. So since LMS is a platform where they are getting information and learning material, so it's and discussion forum is a good platform where they can openly speak about it and express
Yes.
their intellectual perception or have intellectual debate with each other. Since
Yes.
generation which we are teaching they're very active in their social media. So if they can comment on the social media, we should appreciate them to comment on LMS also.
Yes. And most of the time, some of the people are such that they do not get any good platform for getting themselves heard, or they do not get to practice their writing skills or oral skills. So this discussion forum is a very good platform for them to engage in good conversations and to practice their argumentative writing as well.
Yes. But it will take time to get them habitual to this thing, because they are not, from the very beginning, they are not in a habit of writing things like that. Yes. All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Students and us, all of us are learning this thing. And but I hope that this is improving over time. When we look back at Spring 20, as compared to that, in 1 year we have improved a lot.
I just want to remind you all with the moral of my own version of Thirsty Crow that we have to upgrade our skills and we have to smart enough to use these technological inventions which are being offered in this era.
Yes.
I just want to give an overview about my OLLARC template session-wise. So I believe that OLLARC is very much engaging with the it promotes the engagement of students, and since we start with an overview, one of the biggest advantage of OLLARC template is that we students are able to get an exact info about what they are going to be going to learn in your live session. So if they just have a look on your session before joining the live session, they will be more aware of what you are going to teach. And being a
Ms. Mohsina, you suggest to upload all this material before you actually do the class.
Yes, exactly. Because preparing the students before lecture, it's better. And plus, being a resource person, if I have learning outcomes in my mind, they basically serve me as a foundation of or the structure of how my lecture is going to be delivered. So it makes it even more convenient for me to deliver a lecture.
Yes.
Then
so I suggest, Ms. Mohsina, we have school-specific template. So we have missed out some of the OLLARC things over there. Huh? We are just dealing with OLLAR with removal of C and one L. Huh?
Yes, so this is the updated structure. This is basically improvised based on the requirement of our department, which is School of Health Sciences. Since OLLARC has a lot of repetition, and we, being a faculty member, thought that it is going to be very lengthy for the students to cover each session. So we just precise.
Yes, according to the different types of fields that OLLARC has been adopted by different schools differently, and I appreciate the effort of all the team members, EUMT team, and the representatives which they have worked with from the different schools to help them develop a school-specific template. So, Ms. Mohsina, something is blinking.
I think so demands are very different in each subject. Exactly. The demands, the requirements are very different. Methodologies, they are different.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I would like.
Something is blinking on your screen. Click here, click here, click here. What is happening?
All right. So I just I wanted to share how I present my learning activities, because I believe that learning activities is actually a backbone of OLLARC template. And this is the main thing which is the most important concern for the students.
So OLLARC should be renamed as this L should be a capital L, a bold L.
Yeah, or if you can add an animation and make it blink, so that will be more appealing. So thanks to the UMT connected team and Stairs team who has given us the good animations and visuals which we can use in our OLLARC template. So this basically is when the students click on this, they get an access of the PowerPoint or the slide or the lecture which I have delivered during the session. And
we used to upload the PDFs or PowerPoints previously as well. It was compulsory from our
Can
school
you, yes,
to
can you
upload
show
them.
by
But
clicking here how you accessed, over there?
so
Yeah.
just clicking here, because since it
Shared
is
it,
blinking, yes, just click it,
on YouTube.
and the PowerPoint is
the
down.
PowerPoint has been downloaded. Yes.
From YouTube.
No.
No.
All right.
No,
So
it's
the blue box,
isn't a video, I think so.
no, Miss Saima, when we click on this blue blinking box, it basically leads to a PowerPoint. As you can see, I have clicked it, and at the bottom of the page, we have downloaded PowerPoint. So it is the written material for the students or the lecture for the students. And the video which you are seeing below, I personally like to make my OLLARC more visually appealing. So for that purpose, I have embedded the recordings of the live Zoom sessions in the form through YouTube, and so that the students can
So
easily.
Ms. Mohsina, can you explain this, how to embed a YouTube video? We can add URL of YouTube video, but how can we embed and allow the students to see or watch the whole video inside of LMS?
All right, for that, I have used the UMT connected user guides for the faculty support, and they are available on their website, UMT connected website. So when we go under the heading of the LMS, there is a fourth point where a little PDF document which is explaining a stepwise guide for how to embed your YouTube videos in the Moodle. Again, I would like to appreciate the efforts UMT Connected has put in to develop these user guides. They are very useful for the faculty members. Yes, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So the main purpose of putting or embedding the YouTube video in under my learning activities is just to save the time of the students. If they are logged into their LMS, they can basically, LMS is providing everything. They can get an
actually,
access
I
of
didn't get your point. You said when you're clicking over here, you have put your PDF slide share, isn't it? But sorry to say, it is showing a YouTube video. Is it a video or is it a PDF slide share?
All right.
I might have
Ms.
misunderstood.
Mohsina, if you allow me, then I can explain how you can add different types of activities and how you can upload a file.
Yes, why not?
Yes, that will be.
Okay.
All right. Ms. Afifa, can you share your screen?
Yes, yes. So I have some documents over here, some random documents, which I can show by uploading on my LMS, and I can help Ms. Saima. Okay, if we want to add the PowerPoint slideshows, then first of all, we have to go over here and turn editing on. That's the first step whenever we are using LMS. Then after that, you have to navigate your whatever session you have to go into. Rather than scrolling the whole screen down, we can just click on the session number. We are going to add this file in. For example, if I have to add this over here, then I have to go over here, edit settings, and then just say Ms. Mohsina had a blinking click here. I do not have that blinking click here, but it's
so
almost the same thing.
Click, like if we want our students to do it, like click over there and then you'll get it directly. They'll click and get it, or they are going to get a blink over there.
No, even if we do not add the animation, even if we do not add the animation, we can create the link. I have written the text over here, and for example, if this is lecture number 9, I select this text and then I click over here. This is the creation of a link. this is the creation of a link. I click over here,
All right.
browse repositories of this computer. I choose a file, for example, a recent file. I select that file and I click OK. This was showing overwrite the file because this file is already uploaded over here. But when you will be uploading a new file, then it will show OK button. So when you click on OK, then
All right.
a link
So,
will be
Ms.
created.
Saima, I just want to clarify that there are we are basically comparing the two ways of presenting our learning activities. The blinking image was basically an image which was already provided by the UMT connected team in my template.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah,
I just added a URL. I just added a URL to this. If you want me to show the working behind it, I can show you.
Yes, yes, I want
We just turn on our editing, and then
Ms. Mohsina, my screen is visible to everyone. Should I stop?
Yes, you can stop. So moving on to the session 1, I will do the editing, edit settings. And from here, I will just highlight this and add a URL. And just like Miss Afifa has uploaded her file, I will upload file in this URL. I hope I don't have any file. So the steps are same. The only difference is the presentation.
I know how to upload it.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, if you are confused about how does it blink, Miss Mohsina has actually imported her whole course, which was offered to her in fall 20, and in fall 20 we were provided with this animation by UMT team, but now because they have updated the whole template, that is
it doesn't matter, it's all right.
Yes, but basic thing is the same, that we have to upload the file in the form of a URL, or that is not so much of a work for the students as well. They can just click here and then they get this downloaded, their notes or anything. Yes, and Sir Syed Murtaza has offered, if you need animations, then we can actually contact them.
All right. Let me do it once and then I'll be able to do it here.
Yes, the step is just highlighting that picture. I just highlighted the image. It could be any image, and put the URL or link over the image.
Yes.
So let's move on. Miss Afifa, can you show me your way of and some tips of developing OLLARC?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Mohsina. Okay, what I do for this is that because I have uploaded most of the things which were introductory, the welcome note, etc. Now, the ongoing activity during the semester is that we have to upload the session-wise OLLARC. So what I do for this is I have a Google Sheet ready on my drive. On my Google Drive, and I have everything written on that, so that in if I have to manage my LMS when I'm at home, or if there is some power outage, then this Google Docs are very efficient to handle. They get saved every second, like if I am editing, and it is saving on the spot. So I am very much, this is very much convenient for me to manage all my things over here, and then this is just a copy and pasting thing on LMS, and it gets very easy for me to handle this whole thing. And and regarding the different modes of uploading different activities, because students are mainly concerned with learning activities, I can show actually some of the ways by which I engage my students?
I want to add to the point of Miss Afifa that Google Docs, before we used to email our documents to keep it, let's say if I'm working on the computer from work and I want the same document, I email it myself. But Google Docs enable us to access the file anywhere.
Yes, yes. And the collaboration that it offers, like we were making the slideshow for this session while sitting on different computers, and we were working, I was editing and it was visible to Miss Mohsina, and Miss Mohsina was editing and it was visible to me. So this is very good collaborative work if we are engaging the students in some teamwork or so.
Good.
And
you can even collaborate with our CRs also, or like this also, I think so, or with the other faculty members.
Yes, if you're working in a group and obviously you need to put down things on the slides or our documents, so you just log into the Google Slides or Google Docs and start working. So at the same time, you will see on your screen that Miss Afifa is typing these words. And if you want to add and make the change, at the same time, you can add put in your input also.
Do we have to invite that person to the Google
Yes, you just
Doc?
have to share your Google Doc with the respective person. Ms. Afifa, can you share it? How
yes.
to share our Google Doc?
How to have a collaboration? Yeah.
Yes, this is one of my folders. This is my drive, which I keep like this. I have different colors of different folders. We can change their colors or rename them. We can star them for easy access as well. So if I go to the Spring 21 folder, and I have this shared folder which has been shared with the students. I have all the students over here. The way of sharing this folder or any document or any file is that you have to click on that and you have to click share.
You can type in. You are basically explaining how a folder or a file can be shared through a Google Drive. But Ms. Simon was asking how can we collaborate or create
how can we collaborate this? You're right.
So can I explain?
Okay, so we just have, okay, Ms. Mohsina, can I?
All right, carry on.
Okay, we just have to log into our Google account, and all the apps are over here. We have Google Docs, which is like a Word, Google Sheets, which is like Excel, Google Slides, which is like PowerPoint. So we can click on any one of these. I have selected a blank document.
Yes,
so
they
this
also
is the
have
document.
built-in templates.
Yes.
Built-in templates are also available by the Google Docs.
Yes, we just have to share this file with for the love of OLLARC. Miss Mohsina, I am giving the rights of editor to her. If I do not want to give rights of editor to her, I can give rights of a viewer. Viewer can only download the file, but but they cannot edit it. We can also make people commentators, but we usually use editor or viewer field. So if I
So Ms. Afifa is basically sharing her Google Doc document with me via email.
Okay, I can type in any message for Ms. Mohsina, and she will be receiving an email from my site related to this message. So should we move on? Or Ms. Mohsina, are you?
All right. So we are basically the tech agents, and we are just sharing our tech pro tips which we practice on daily basis in order to maintain the OLLARC template on our LMS.
Okay, Ms. Mohsina, I just remembered one thing. We have some other features on LMS as well, which we use for uploading the material, the course material. Should I tell about them as well over here? If we click if we click on the add an activity or resource, we can add the URL or the link thing which we have already discussed, or we can add a folder. A folder allows us to drag and drop files from our downloads or from whatever folder we are, like this is the folder, this is the downloaded file on my screen. I can drop this file over here, and this will be visible to the students, whatever name I have to give it to it, that will be visible to the students from here as well. This is another way of adding different resources. Other than adding a folder, we can also use Google Docs or Google Drive things for very large, for the files which are very large in size.
Yeah,
Because
Turnitin
LMS
help also. It's a good point. Sir Murtaza has pointed out. Yeah, Turnitin,
what?
Turnitin, like for
External
checking
tool like
assignments, we need. Yeah, yeah. We need to have it for checking assignments and our
Yes.
exams also. Midterm
Yes,
exams, we have to go to Google, and then we have to do it, and it's a very long process, and we don't know really.
Again, it's an invention based on need, since we know
Yes.
that
Yeah,
students
necessity
are
is the mother
just
of invention.
so know that students are
Yeah,
using
we find a lot
online.
of difficulty in creative writing and all that, stuff when we are checking their material. So whether they have
Yes.
copy pasted or whether they have
Yes,
rephrased
in
or
order to
something like
ensure
that.
the originality of a work, Turnitin is used.
So yeah,
And the
so
good point
always we
is
are in a
LMS.
confusion.
Yeah, so LMS can enable us to add a Turnitin as an external tool. So we
Yes.
add turn editing on, add an activity, click on the
All right.
external tool, and then you can create a Turnitin.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Can you
And
show me once how to do it? Like
Miss
I know
Afifa?
how to, integrate with Zoom, but
Yes,
the
yes,
thing
on
is,
this.
yeah,
external tool, this we have Turnitin platform over
platform
here.
one. All right.
Yes.
And how to check an assignment or how to check the plagiarism, like if for a piece of writing.
Should I explain that one from by logging into Turnitin from here?
Sign it on. Yes, you have to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Ms. Mohsina, can you please do it, because I have my Turnitin password saved in my computer and I do not remember that.
All right, I'll try my best to do
No,
it.
it can't be done directly from LMS. Like if my midterm is lying over there and I have to take my midterm and check it from there, can't it be done directly from LMS? The way you integrated it. From Google, I know it very well how to do it. From
Yes,
Moodle, I can do it.
okay, Miss Sama, just like we integrate, basically integration is like you are integrating different multiple applications on your LMS. So if you create an external tool, students can access to that label or the file. If let's say Miss Afifa has shown that she has, as you can see on your screen, that she has put that external tool and integrated Turnitin. So when she will move on to her course, student will see that Turnitin as an external tool embedded on her page, course page.
Yeah, but they can see, but how can I, check the assignment through that external tool?
Miss, can
From
I
there.
add?
जी
Yes.
Miss Sanam.
यस मिस अस्सलाम मिस इसमें यह है कि जैसे ही आप ये फोल्डर क्रिएट कर लेंगे टर्निटिन का, इसमें सबसे पहले आपने डेट वगैरह सेट करनी है. अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आप स्टूडेंट्स को जो आपने ग्रेडिंग की है उसकी ग्रेड शो हो, उसके लिए आपने ये रिलीज फीडबैक रिलीज डेट सेट करनी है. एक चीज आपने ये करनी है. देन आप जब ऑप्शनल सेटिंग्स में जाएंगे तो एक दफा आप ओपन करें.
जी मिस.
यहाँ से आपने ये जो फर्स्ट पे टॉप पे 3 ऑप्शंस हैं, ये आपने सिलेक्ट कर लेनी है. नहीं, ये तो बाय डिफॉल्ट जो है इसको आपने जी अलाउ सबमिशन ऑफ एनी टाइप, अलाउ लेट सबमिशन आप पे है. अगर आप चाहें तो आप कर सकते हैं, अदरवाइज आप ना करें. ठीक है.
These are basically the same settings which we see on Turnitin.
On Turnitin. Yes, exactly.
Okay, अब जब आपने
नहीं, but if our assignments and exams, they are not MCQs, right? We have not put the answers over there. Like we are literature people, so we are dealing with the creative writing and descriptive things, right? So how to check plagiarism through this Turnitin function?
Miss.
Yeah, that is the thing.
मैं एक दफा बता देती हूँ, आप इसे एक दफा सेव कर दें.
Okay.
अच्छा.
Submit.
जी, सबमिट कर दें. अब जब आप स्टूडेंट रोल पे स्विच करके कोई एक फाइल इस पे अपलोड करेंगे तो आप देखेंगे कि वो आपको प्लेजरिज्म रेट शो कर देगा. देन मैन्युअली उसकी ग्रेडिंग आपने करनी है.
मतलब कि इस पे फिर मैं अपलोड कर दूंगी उसे.
जी नहीं, आप नहीं करेंगे, इस पे स्टूडेंट्स
बच्चे
अपलोड
करेंगे, स्टूडेंट्स करेंगे. ठीक है.
उसकी जो प्लेजरिज्म रेट होगा वो आपको यहाँ पे सिस्टम लाइक एलएमएस पे शो हो जाएगा. उसके लिए आपको एक्सटर्नल दोबारा से मतलब टर्निटिन नहीं ओपन करना पड़ेगा, उस पर दोबारा से सबमिशंस नहीं करनी पड़ेगी, यही पे प्लेजरिज्म रेट शो होगा.
लेकिन देखिए जब हम असाइनमेंट को चूज करते हैं ना, जैसे हम असाइनमेंट असाइन करते हैं जब, ठीक है, तब हम कैसे उसके ऊपर टर्निटिन जो है वो
Miss Saima, what I am understanding, there is a gap. What Miss Sana is telling us is that we have to create that assignment through the integrated Turnitin rather than adding an activity or resource. Yes.
Yeah. I have come to know now. I have understood. Yes.
This is the student view.
Yeah.
This is the student view. If I
अब मुझे समझ आ गई है कि टर्निटिन के थ्रू ही हम जो असाइन वर्क है वो करेंगे, या पेपर भी उसी के थ्रू करेंगे ताकि वो उससे गुजर के आए और वो उसी वक्त आपको रिपोर्ट भी दे देगा. Yes, I've come to know now. I've understood. Good. Because really I was in a difficulty when I was checking the assignments and all that, and I had to do it separately, like from Google. I had to do it.
Yes. So if we are allowing the LMS to show the grade book to the students, then it will be automatically showing the Turnitin will be automatically showing the grades to the students as well.
Always.
So we were talking about different modes of uploading learning activities. One more thing that I have come across is that when we were getting training from UMT Connected team, they told us that if you click on this thing and then it opens and then it closes. It really fascinates me, but the thing is I have from my experience I want to add this, that if we keep it open and then save, this is very much visible to the students, because actually speaking students are concerned with their learning activities, and if they are not displayed on the page, then you have a whole lot of email coming to you. So you can keep these things open over here.
So we'll click save and then we'll try to edit it afterwards.
Yes, ma'am. If you are clicking it and then clicking it back, yes, and then you are saving it, then it will be displayed as such.
And then putting information in it, our desired information.
Yes, we can click on it. The box will appear. We have to
remove the already thing over there, and then
yes, we can edit the things over here, and then we have to save and return to the course without clicking it back.
All right. Because then
that is more feasible for the students to see this thing. And one more thing, that many of the faculty members complain that our file size is large, and how are we able to upload the files? We suggest them to either use PDF files, or they should not be using the actual downloaded images that they are implementing. Like some of our faculty members who are teaching anatomy, for example, they have to integrate some actual images of different things, from different body parts or so. So they use Google Images for that. But we suggest them not to download the actual heavy image file. They can use the snipping tool, or they can use a screenshot which is less heavy than that, which will make their PPT less heavy. And another very easy and convenient way is to use Google Drive. And I have, for example,
my folder or my things shared over here. I have uploaded a book over here and I have shared this folder with the students. Either this, we can share the whole folder with the students, or we can share this one file as well with the students, or we can get the link from here and paste that link as a URL on LMS. As we can say, ask them to click on
Book link.
it. Yes, we can label it as book link, and the students can just click on that and access the book from your Google Drive. This is an easy way to save the space over there as well.
All right, Ms. Afifa, I would like that we should move on to the fourth scene, which is about reaching out to your students on one click.
Yes, Ms. Mohsina.
All right, so
Ms.
the main.
Mohsina,
all right, you can share your screen. The main concern was that I'm teaching around 335 students this semester, and it is very difficult for me to communicate with them, especially using Google labels. I find them very complicated as it involves a lot of steps. So is there any quick or efficient way of communicating with the students?
Yes, we can access the students or message them as we are texting them through LMS. This is a very convenient way of getting to know the students or communicate the students about anything. You just have to log in to your account, and you have to access your participants from over here. We have to select all our participants if we are going to convey any message to all of them, or we can message individually as well. We can select send a message, and here you go. You can type in that my class for today has been cancelled for a treat to the students, or whatever message you have to send to the students, you can type over here and send message. But one thing is that after sending message to your 350 students, LMS site will get a bit slow, or it will hang up, because it takes time to send all the messages to this large strength. So probably this is the last thing that you should be doing in the day.
Thank you for telling me the consequences also. So personally, I think that it's a very efficient way of staying connected, since we are getting a messenger on LMS also. And
Yes.
I am seeing that red bubble with the two red box. So I guess that's the messenger where you can basically interact with your students. Can you show that?
Actually, this is the notification that I have received 2 messages. You know, my students are also tech pro like me. So I have received messages from the students, a heart as well.
Oh.
And so students can communicate. Actually, when you send a message to the students, they receive an email of that. Okay, and
they also receive it as a private message rather than
message
a
on
group
LMS.
message.
Yes, they receive it as a private message, and when they reply you, you receive the reply over here on LMS. You can see the notifications, and then
Yes.
you can click on their message, or you can reply them from over here, or there is the record of my 288 messages over here. That this is not a thing that there is no record of LMS messages. You have record of everything. For example, if yes, we can have two-way conversation from with using this. We used to do this thing by using the announcement sections of our the announcement section of our course, this one. But sometimes students complain that we have not been able to see the announcements. हमने तो quiz की announcement पढ़ी नहीं, तो हमें नहीं पता था. So if you are sending them a message that you have a quiz in the next class, then there is no way for them to say to you that they have not received the message. You have the record of everyone's message that you have sent or you have received.
बिल्कुल जैसे हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को आदत है कि व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे जो है हर चीज हो जाए, तो इफ वी कैन यूज व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप एज a way of communication, we can also use
So
LMS
they
to have that
can't make an
conversation.
excuse because, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so that's a very good tip, and I hope I'm going to use this, especially for dealing with the large strength.
Yes.
All right, now we are going to move on to the fifth scene, which is about grading a quiz.
So, Miss Mohsina, do you remember these bundles of papers that we are used to checking in the last fall 19?
How can I forget that? Being a resource person, especially dealing with the large strength, checking of the paper is the major task
The
which
most
we had to
difficult
do.
task.
Most difficult task, exactly, and
Yeah.
challenging task. Since we have a timeline to submit it manually, so there are chances of human error also. So
Yes.
I believe that with the invention and upgradation of technology, auto grading is a lifesaver for, especially for the faculty members.
Although we were having, we at SHS used to have bubble sheets for MCQs. So, but we did not have the bubble sheet reader. So we used to make our own bubble sheet reader by using some technologies or like baking paper or something like a blank sheet which had the dots or the key cut out on that, and if it matched on the paper, then it was okay, and if it did not match on the paper, then there were some wrong answers. So we did certain sort of auto grading in previously as well, but in this era of environment being environment friendly and all, we are actually saving paper as well by being this tech savvy.
Yes, I believe it improves the efficiency, and it also minimizes the human error, which we might do while checking it manually.
Yes.
So, Ms. Afifa, would you like to demonstrate how auto grading can be done and how grading is done on LMS?
Yes. So here is one of the quizzes I took in session 4. Let me, okay. So this is the quiz that I gave to them, and I have received 86 attempts of it. What I have to do is that I can click, the data is visible from over here as well. But if you want to keep a record of this whole sheet, then you can actually have their name sorted down in the form of alphabetical order by clicking on first name. And because on a portal, when we upload the marks, then the students' names are visible in the form of alphabetical order. So it is better to download Excel sheet after sorting them out. After clicking on it, we can select Excel and download. And when we click download, the Excel sheet gets downloaded. And here is an example of this. You can you receive everything, how much time that student took. You can get hold of those students as well who took very less time. Like if this student has done a 30-minute paper in 9 minutes, then I have certain certain reservations regarding her attempt or his attempt, and I will be asking about this student, asking to the student about how did he manage to do this long quiz in such a short time.
So we can virtually invigilate or do the invigilation.
Yes, and we can select, and we can have access to all the question numbers and the marks which the students have got in each of the questions, as well as the total grade out of 25. And one more interesting thing is that I discovered yesterday. One of the students said that your key for one of the question was wrong, and when I checked that was actually wrong. So I corrected the key in the LMS quiz, and I just clicked regrade all attempts. And then you can see over here the previously attempted quiz, which was graded as 12 for this student was regraded. Imagine if you had to do this for one question manually when we were checking the papers on campus, then it would have been a lot of work to do by seeing which student has that paper or version of the paper, and if we shuffle the questions in the hard copies as well, then we had to get a hold of what question number is this student having it, and
so basically
yeah.
LMS is
So
covering.
how did you correct the key? Like
Okay.
you went back to the quiz and then you
Yes.
entered
Yes,
right
I
answers?
I can show that to you.
Edit quiz.
Yes.
Hmm.
I went to edit quiz.
Yeah,
And
to
then
the question that
yes,
was like
to
for
the
that
question.
the answer was incorrect.
Yes, yes, and I changed the answer. For example, if I am now my students will be seeing the wrong thing, but for the sake of
OLLARC.
I will be correcting this afterwards, inshallah. Oh,
Inshallah.
okay. If you, okay, I can show. Okay, and you can also change the marks of the quiz as well. If there are certain questions that afterwards you have found that students were not able to attempt, or that was out of course or something like that, then you can regrade them as 0 as well. You can regrade that question as 0 and regrade whole quiz, and it will not be shown in the final grade. But if you want to change the key, you can just change from over here and save it.
So the point is you can fix your mistakes even
So-
after you have conducted the quiz.
So your
Yes.
quiz type is short answers, or they
this is-
don't seem to be MCQs. They're short answers, I think so. Isn't it? Or essay?
Miss, this is another form of question that LMS
Essay type?
offers.
Essay type?
No, Miss, this is copy and drag into the text. This is sort of fill in the blanks.
Copy and drag? Yeah.
Yes.
Because there are different functions, and like we find difficulty in this also. Copy and drag, right?
Yes.
So
Adding to that
what is
point.
So what is the function of copy and drag text?
Okay,
Like,
Miss, I can add.
Yes, whether they have to fill the blanks or what they are supposed to do in this.
I can
in this type
show
of
you
quiz.
the. Okay,
Preview
I can show
of
the
the quiz.
preview of the quiz. Okay, so this was my quiz. The students were seeing this like this. One statement, and they were having
3 answers.
options over there. You can have as many answers as you want to. I gave them 3 answers. This is the match the column feature. This shows many answers. All the answers which are I usually prefer to have a master column, and the students have to choose from any of these options and link this.
It's very tricky, and it's benefiting also. Yeah.
Yes, and you can also change the options as well if you are having
now there should
types
be
of
one tutorial. Yeah, there should be one tutorial for solely for the quizzes. Yes, the types of quizzes, because you know, it depends on the subjects also. That what kind of, like the way you have given, we can give the closed test in English, all right, and we can leave the blanks over there.
For that, Ms. Saima, you can also refer to the faculty support user guide provided by the UMT Connected. They have shared a small tutorial regarding different types of questions which you can add in your quiz.
Yeah, inshallah, I'll consult that, and always there's a help. I know.
Yes.
Faculty support user guide, right?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
So
Miss Mohsina?
Yes, I would like to add to this point that not only the advantage of grading on the LMS is that it save your time, it reduces the human error, you can fix your human error. But the good thing is being a resource person, you can invest your energy in developing a course and in developing that particular assessment rather than checking it. So I believe that it's one of the positive and productive point from the grading of the grading of the quizzes through LMS.
Yes, and actually, if we can delegate the tasks which can be handled by the computer, then why not? So yes.
But it frequently gets logged out, and every time we have to log in and then type the quiz. And I think so there is a way out for
I want to share that with the upgradation of LMS, this issue has already been addressed, and now if you're still working, LMS won't log out. And if you're working or you're adding questions in your quiz, your draft will be saved unless
that
your
happens.
computer is
logged.
Yes,
it is saved, but it gets, after some time, it gets logged out. Like
yes,
we take a lot of time.
But I hope I think that is a good thing on part of security as well, because sometimes when we go to the classrooms, we have shared classrooms over here, or when we go to STD 606, then many of the faculty members have their Zoom account logged in. So if LMS wants such,
so anyone can mess up with your LMS account. So I believe that's for your own benefit.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing in that regard.
Miss Mohsina, if you imagine all the blinking OLLARC and it's gone, someone has deleted all the things from there, then that will be a heart attack. Yes,
I will be doomed.
So in conclusion, we can say that if we can smartly allow technology to handle some of the things, then we can invest our energies towards some of the tasks which human beings can only do and robots cannot do. Like Zoom integration has us a lot, use of LMS to message the participants, to make LMS more engaging for the students, like Ms. Mohsina has shown the tutorial of how to add a YouTube video or embed certain animations. Sir Syed Murtaza has also guided us that we can also add animations on the more animations in that, so it can and if there is any dry subject, then we can make it more colorful and engaging for the students by use of discussion forums as well. And we can use Drive. Google Drive is a very good platform, Google Docs, and all the features that Google provides. They are very easy to access, and with the power outages over here, they get saved, and we can have our things ready for any uncertain lockdown, etc. And exams have been made so much feasible and efficient by the way of this. So Ms. Mohsina, I was thinking that probably we are using so much technology that whenever I log into Zoom, Zoom just misinterprets me for a robot, and it asks me for the verification, and it's so difficult to handle, and I really start thinking that I am a robot and I do not actually know which cars are there or which traffic lights are there. So do you think that this technology is getting over our mind?
Don't worry, Miss Afifa. This technology won't make us lose our identity as being humans, since robots don't get humor. So yes, that's a few steps. Again, they are for the security of your accounts, and to make sure that there is actually an individual who is operating all these things. So I just want to conclude our session that we have to be smart enough with the technological advancement and with the digitalization going around, and keep on learning, keep on upgrading your skills. Plus, if you face any difficulty, just contact UMT Connected or Help Desk. They are offering 24/7 assistance through the WhatsApp group. They are actually helping us.
Yes. And this is a contact email as well. We are here at SHS. If there is something that we were able to convey to you, and if there is some confusion, then you can actually approach us as well.
Also,
Thank you so much.
I would like to thank Miss Saima Mir to make our session more
interactive.
interactive
I
and
asked a lot
interesting.
of questions, and
No, it was actually very good.
Before all of you
actually,
actually go, I'd like to say something.
Yes.
I'd like to start saying thanks to Miss Saima, as Miss Mohsina was saying, that you've actually made this session really, really interesting, and
thank
you
you
have
so much.
shown a very active participation. And I really would like to get in touch with you even for the future. I
Inshallah,
believe
inshallah,
that if we can have a separate session for you on OLLARC,
inshallah,
a detailed one. So I'd really appreciate that. And if you wish to do that,
inshallah.
we're
Why not?
available
You
anytime.
also, all of you have been very grateful, like Miss Mosna, Miss Afifa, and you yourself. You people have always been, Ma'am Anam Shazadi. Everybody has been very
Yes.
helpful, in helping us every time whenever we asked anything. And during COVID also, it was very it was easier for me, and it has been very grateful of all of
Thank you
you.
so much for
Thank
your
you so
kind
much.
words. And Miss Mohsina
Why
and
not?
Miss Afifa, I don't know from where to start. Let me start by saying, what are you doing in SHS? Can you can you come in clarity? I mean, this might sound like a paid promotion, but actually, I'm doing these sessions since a long time. I mean, not just OLLARC session, but many sessions overall. And I think you guys have really, really rocked it, and you have taken it to the very
Thank you so much.
next level.
It's our
Um,
pleasure that we actually conveyed their message that
No doubt. Yeah.
on each step, I felt that you have actually added creativity and your heart and soul on LMS, on this presentation, the way of communication, and this very interesting style. The one, Miss Afifa is asking silly questions, why, and you're then replying. So this, even yesterday, I was speaking with Miss Afifa, and she was sharing that you guys are not that much prepared for this session. So I'm thinking, if you're
Yes,
really
yes.
prepared, what would you do?
We didn't make the slideshows because when you shared the YouTube
Yeah,
channel, and I
yeah.
saw the videos of different people, and they were actual formal slideshows, we did not
Yeah.
have that in mind. So
Mhm.
we just set up certain cues for ourselves on the slides. So we were worried that if that is required, but when we practiced and rehearsed this whole thing today, then we felt that this will be engaging enough.
It was
yes.
really amazing. Even myself, I've learned many things, even small things. For example, the way you have started your courses. It's a simple thing, but most of the faculty members, they do not explore LMS, thinking that it might explode if they click something that they don't know. So LMS will just explode.
Yes. And cherry on the
And,
top was Miss Saima. She actually made our
Yes,
session more interactive.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
on cloud recordings, as you mentioned that the time, but for example, let's say if you have a certain limitation on the size, so either you reach that limit on size or time, whichever comes first, then your recording will be deleted on Zoom. So always recommend
Okay.
your students to download your recorded lectures as early as possible, because after a certain time, that would be deleted from the cloud even. Ms. Simon was asking lots of interesting questions regarding discussion forum, and comparing it that she used to do a lot of activity in class. Well, of course, there is no comparison having an interaction in class or on LMS. But one good thing is that you cannot interact with, let's say you have 30 or 40 students in your class. You cannot interact with all of them in one class. That's practically not
Yeah,
possible because you
obviously,
have
obviously,
limitation
obviously.
on time. Yeah, but on
Yeah.
discussion forum, almost 80 to 90% of your students, at least initially, the
Hmm.
response. So you get to know, because some students are shy, so they do not feel that comfortable speaking in front of everybody. But in
Yeah.
writing, they can actually openly express themselves. And for
Hmm.
example, tomorrow, if anybody comes to UMT and they ask us that what's happening in the class, so we can
Hmm.
actually open our discussion forum and show them that this is the learning
Inshallah.
that we are
Hmm.
doing in our class, because that's our real time evidence. I mean, apart from get to know each other, we recommend our faculty that, let's say not every week,
Yes.
but let's say every
Hmm.
other or every third or every fourth week, at least have a discussion forum. This
Actually, in
will.
the class when we used to have on-campus classes, we belong to English department, and we had very interactive sessions in the class, because what methodology I adopt, I think so. Don't enjoy my class by only lecturing them. We had, peer
Hmm.
work, we had peer discussions, we had group discussions, and
Mhm.
students, they were enjoying a lot. And when I was in the class, I was really indulged in that. I didn't know what is happening outside, so it was
Hmm.
like enjoyable for me as well. But on
Hmm.
LMS, like I'm not finding that kind of joy. But the thing is, when I'm like sometimes, most of the times, I'm taking the presentations or I'm interacting with them, they have improved reading a lot, because we can share a screen and they can read. And we do these things. But writing activity has been, affected a lot. The
Exactly.
creativity and the writing, though
So
they are rephrasing and they are, creating on their own, they are reading and then creating it, like things have changed. But the thing is that, like some things we are missing, like the way it used to happen before
indeed,
this.
Miss Saima, what happens is, some of our faculty members, they think that LMS is maybe a replacement of our physical class. It's not. It is
No,
just an
yeah,
add-on. It's
obviously.
just an addition to deliver your knowledge and your lecture and all the learning happening in the classroom.
Yeah,
For COVID,
obviously.
yeah, for COVID reasons, obviously we're online at the moment, but eventually what we are, taking it, thinking in the longer run, that this is
Mm,
an add-on for your
mm,
in-class learning. It's not a
mm.
replacement.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yes, I
inshallah.
would like to add that in this era, we should focus on a maximum utilization of available resources which we have. So
Yeah.
Same,
it's,
just
I
exactly
know
like
we
your
cannot just
thirsty crow.
replicate that experience which we had in the on campus, but it's a good alternative to engage the
Yeah, it's a
students.
good alternative. Yeah,
So exactly
exactly.
like your thirsty crow, he was very smart, and I really enjoyed that story. The way you've actually connected with the old LMS and comparison with the new LMS, and then school specific template. Uh,
And we are very fortunate to have such, technological experts
Yes,
who are,
yes,
giving us help, every time they're helping
yes,
us, and they are conducting so many sessions, and they are at a finger's click and this and that. So really, really fortunate, really. Like in
yes,
the previous year, like my colleagues were saying that you are using, LMS a lot, and you are the one who are using too much.
yes,
It was because of the tutorials I was watching, and whenever I was asking for help, especially Ma'am Anam Shazadi and Sir Syed Murtaza, they were always helping me, and
yes.
I was very happy at this thing that they were, though I was also putting a little effort to find out the things, but they were always there for the help, and I was really very glad to see this. I'm always very thankful to this thing,
Thank you
because
so
when
much
you
for your
have
kind words. I think I have.
confusion, or you need something and you get it promptly, it's a, you can say it's a blessing. Yeah, that
It is actually a
always
team effort. Lots of people, they're actually working, in our team behind it. But after this session, I think you've added 1-2 liters extra blood in my body.
why
I'm so
not?
I'm so happy. Thank you so much
No,
for
you
this.
people deserve
These
it, because you people are putting a lot of effort. I've always said this thing, and you deserve it really.
Thank you. All right. So
Yes.
the way you have explained the Google Drive usage, I think that was very, very interesting. And the what I like the most, the way you're using it is very interesting and very productive. I would usually recommend that you close your tabs and then save it, because then the students will have to scroll down a lot. For example, take an example that they have to go on 15th session and they are not just clicking on the left tab and they're just scrolling down. So it would look to the student that, oh, that's too much of content out there. So usually we recommend, if your students are okay with that, we are fine, but we usually recommend that you close your tab and then save it. Communicating with your students through LMS, I've been in touch with lots of faculty members. They are not actively using it that much, but I think this is the right way. And this, because if we are not using LMS, then obviously students will not use. If you are
Yes.
making them come on the LMS, not just for the PowerPoint slides, but also many other things, for example, even communication, then they will develop a habit on of logging into the LMS, because at the moment they are not doing it that actively.
Yeah,
Actually,
they are
what
reluctant and they are finding it very difficult to do it because they
yes,
are, I
actually,
think so, not in a habit of doing it.
yes, what
So,
students do is that if they are only having course contents uploaded on LMS, then what they do is that one of the students downloads all the material and shares it on WhatsApp. And no, we actually, when we see the participant activity from LMS, then there are some students who have never accessed the course. So we usually call the names of those students during the class, and we ask them, what are you doing? And during this online learning, this is the only platform through which we are connected with you. So you have to access the LMS by yourself regularly. So we are trying to get the students also engaged with this platform.
Wonderful.
Yes.
One last thing that I like to add, that there is very limited time. Yes, I agree on LMS. And for that, I usually recommend that if you have something that would take some time that you're typing in, so try to do that on Word file, and then you can copy paste, because if you start typing or writing something on LMS, there are chances that before that you save the file, it might get you logged out.
yeah,
So you
it's
can do
better.
that, yeah, on
It's
Word
better.
file, and then you can simply copy paste. In the end, I would like to give something virtually because it's a virtual session to our presenters. I hope you know what it
Oh,
is.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oscar
Then,
award for you for a wonderful session.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So yeah, I think that's the maximum good thing that I could find online. But I really enjoyed your session, and that was really interactive, interesting, creative. Uh, yeah, these things. And again, if you ever wish to change your departments, please DM me on LinkedIn. All right. So, on that note, I'd like to thank once again all the participants for
yeah.
joining this session. I'm going to upload this session on our YouTube channel as well for any future, anybody who likes to view it. If anybody else likes to add up something, please do that. Otherwise, from our side, I think we're done with today's session. Even the people behind you, Miss Afifa and Miss Mohsina, the lights are switched off. Everybody's
Yes.
gone. I can see from
We
the
are in
back.
IPC and people are watching us, that we are sitting over here since almost 4 hours.
Yeah. So which means that we are done with the session. But
Yeah.
if anybody
Yes.
else likes to add up something, please do that. Or else, yeah. So okay, so I'll take it as that we are done. Thank you so much once again. You take care and you have a good day. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu
No,
alaikum.
Thank,
it's Allah.
thank you
Allah
so much.
Hafiz.
Walaikum assalam.
Allah Hafiz.